Welcome to the Bougie Black Brother Network. Good afternoon and welcome to Fade the Black Cinema. I'm Michael, your Bougie Black Brother, and I'm here for our, what is it? Our TV review?
Yeah, it's our TV
series?
It's, our streaming service, because, we can't go to the movies.
Yep. So we're definitely into just what's coming on the streaming channels. And one of the shows that we were looking at and we really enjoyed was Upload. There was an Amazon original series that came out. I think it was around, was it May?
I think so, yeah.
I think it was May of this year. And it was very interesting. And the thing is, what I found the most interesting was it was made by Greg Daniels. And if you don't know Greg Daniels, he did The Office and Park and Recreation. And if you've seen these, they had so many great characters that came out of these shows that are doing a lot of good stuff that's around. Some of the people that are going out are directing their own movies and shows and everything like that. So all of that is being taken care of based on Greg and his views in a way of, directing and writing things. I mean, he was basically the director. So here's a synopsis of it. It's a hilarious new sci-fi comedy. In the future, people can upload their consciousness to a luxury digital afterlife. When party boy Nathan gets uploaded to a virtual resort, he meets the down-to-earth Nora, who starts as his customer service agent, but becomes something more. And it was 10 episodes.
Yeah, 10 episodes.
Which was that was pretty cool. 10, usually 8 is the standard now, but it can go to 10, and yeah, we can deal with that one too. So, I know you didn't follow a lot prior to that, but did you, when I told you about it, what was your expectation? Or did you have kind of like, this sounds interesting, or let me see what this was about?
Well, I saw it on, just saw it on the screen, and I was like, it looks stupid. I didn't even see the preview. I just seen it said upload. I was like, oh, it looks stupid.
No, it did. It did.
And you didn't know none of the
characters on there?
Characters. They wasn't famous or nothing like that. Maybe one or two.
Yeah, a couple.
But when we started watching it, it was good because it relates so much to technology.
Yeah.
And if you into, like we say, when you're into tech, this is cool as hell. You get to live forever, but
So what I enjoyed the most out of it, because I'm a geek, meaning it's anything that's technology based, I'm into it, whether it's social media, AI, all different aspects of it. And this show kind of highlighted the extremism of how people use social media or tech, because one of the things the guy died from was an autonomous car, which they should never have an accident. So that means if you get into it, you can program it to not be autonomous. So that was that. And then when your consciousness goes to a luxury place, you still got to be able to afford it. So it even talked about, and it showed ways within the show that if you can only afford a couple of gigs, like a T-Mobile or a Boost Mobile, you're like, I can only get so much gigs and for my phone. There was a place for you too. And if you spin all of it up, you're just stuck.
I know. That was interesting.
You're stuck. I was like, what the fuck? It was so interesting that based on how much money you have to continue to get the bandwidth, you're able to do more.
Right.
And then while he was there, they had in-app purchases.
Yeah.
So you was able to purchase maybe more food or better food.
Better food, yeah.
Or you meet somebody there and they pay for your food, but now you socializing and they're giving whatever they have.
Yeah, it was so cool. It was just, it relates so much, like you say, to playing a game.
Or just virtual reality.
Yeah, virtual reality.
And then AI.
Yeah.
It's everything was about it. And the underlying story was a relationship with the customer service rep who was alive and the virtual guy whose consciousness was in the actual place where he could afford to be at.
What do they call it? Do you remember what they call it?
What, the place that they went to?
Yeah.
No, I kind of went past that, but I just found it interesting. But when he wanted to leave, because they live in a hard drive, so they pulled his hard drive out of there, and they went shopping around to say, where else could you go?
Yeah, that's right.
So it was almost like, how much can you afford another different virtual reality?
It's like they had virtually taken his visual spirit and
his consciousness
and put it into
a hard drive,
like you said.
Mm-hmm.
And then which was kind of weird because it didn't, it's like, well, how, that was so creative.
Yeah.
You know. And
so when you die, you get downloaded.
Right.
Then uploaded.
Yep.
So hence the word upload.
Upload.
But it was crazy because it shows the difference within the hierarchy of people who have money and who didn't.
That's right.
There was one guy that lived in the facility that was in, and he had so much money. He had like a whole castle and everything that he lived in. He had a golf course and all of that, but that was his because he was a multi-billionaire and everything. I forgot what he invented, but he was able to have unlimited stuff. So that's what he was at. And I was like, wow, that is crazy. And then you have other people that was in there who had certain privileges. There was a young boy who died young, but his existence stayed there as a young boy, even though he was like 18 years old.
Right.
And he was like, I'm tired of being a little boy. But he had to be that because that's what his existence.
Yeah.
And his family said, as long as we pay for it, you're going to be a little boy.
Right.
But also, since it's AI, you're able to interact with people who's actually living. So your consciousness is living, but it's like a hologram or whatever like that.
Right. You can still communicate with them. They can call you. You can still talk to them. You can see them.
Yeah. They can be with you. They can do that. You can't touch them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can. Well, there's another aspect in the movie that they have like a suit.
A glove or suit or something.
A suit that you put on, and then you can physically feel the person who's dead, basically, or body is in alive, and you can feel them physically, which was like very, very weird. But it was, if it was tech, it was all in here. But it was very funny. It was adorable. With the relationship,
it was funny.
The young girl,
really, really funny.
The young girl Nora. She had her father wanted to just die because he believed his wife or her mother died.
Yeah.
And is in heaven waiting on him.
Yep.
And she said, no, I want you to stay alive and I'll put you in this virtual reality place. And he was like, I don't want to do that. This was great. I loved it because she gave him what they have, a free when you go see a tour or whatever like that.
Oh yeah, she had like a virtual tour, I think.
Yeah, he had a virtual tour. He was there and and went from that. But it was funny throughout it. And the characters, you fall in love with the characters. The characters was fantastic.
Yeah, and it was so funny.
And it was nobody you kind of was familiar with.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. I loved the way it was done. I love the fact that they had to go. They had time to go to this other area to try to get stuff. Remember that? It was like they weren't allowed to go there.
Yeah, so they had restricted areas.
Yeah, they have restricted areas.
But they only had an hour to go there.
Yep.
If not, you get caught, and you may get caught in the void or whatever like that. But it was it was just crazy. And then they had black market AI stuff.
Yeah, it was really cool. You can relate to how technology is now. Mm-hmm. It so can be relatable, and if you're into tech, you'll totally understand the whole concept of the show.
But if you wasn't into tech,
it still was easy to understand.
You enjoyed it because of the relationship, the love relationship, the family relationship, the friendships, because they build a lot of little friendships within there too. The customer service people on the outside as well as the people within the virtual reality place. But I really, really enjoyed it. This was something just like his other shows. You love the characters, you get involved with them, and you turn around and go, wow, I love all of these people. These people are so good. And they didn't seem like you would like them, though.
No, it didn't.
It didn't seem like they were good enough. But
they renewed their season 2.
Yeah, they got season 2 coming up.
They sure do. Because I was looking at a list of all the shows that's been renewed. They're like, oh, yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So it was well worth it. And highly recommended. Highly recommended for tech people and highly recommended for people who love The Office and Parks and Recreation. It's almost like that.
If you want a good comedy laugh, it's perfect.
Yep.
You don't have to understand it, but it made it so easy for you to understand.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of
visually fun too.
It was fun, yes.
So, so pretty good for upload. You should be able to get it, enjoy it. And the other line story is he was actually killed. It wasn't an accident. And then there's a story underneath that. So out of everything, there's another story underneath that I think they'll start getting a little more into when the next season come out. Because in the end, he didn't realize how much of an asshole he really was. But when he came to this new reality, he was a nicer, more friendlier, open person. But he didn't realize a portion of his memory was gone, and he was just a better person. And then he finally realized what kind of person he really was. So now in the next season, that's when you're really going to find out. So excellent. That's Upload. Get that on Amazon. It's an Amazon original series that is very, very worth seeing. Anything I left out?
Nah, baby, it was great.
So, thank you very much. Find us on Fade to Black Cinema on all podcast downloads, as well as bougieblackbrother.com under Fade to Black Cinema. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time on Fade to Black Cinema. Later.